Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome again to Knowledge Gateway. You are listening to Black Cordia and today our topic is about addiction and depression and our this video is the first video in Knowledge Gateway or this episode about knowledge talks. We'll talk about different topics every 1 month, in 1 month one video as the previous special video, but in this time we say that we can start a new type of talks which we named it knowledge talks. Today we are going to talk about addiction and depression, and let me show you the two things we'll look at, and we'll look at more than these things, but the main two things are what is depression and how, and what is the depression, the normal depression, and what is the depression without a reason. As you know, every depression has a reason, but we will see that there's a type of depression that doesn't have a reason. What is this type? So let's get started with the first question. Answering the first question. What is depression? Depression is when you feel sad or when you feel stressed and when your body cannot have or doesn't have a happiness hormone that make it feel happy. And if you have a negative mindset and you feel sad, this means that you have a depression. And now I want you to pay attention to what I want to say now. Every hormone that our brain makes has reason to be made. And now I want to give you two important happiness hormone that they are about our today's mainly topic: adrenaline versus cortisol. Adrenaline is a hormone that give you happiness for short time, and when this short time finish you will start to feel depression. But what is the reason? This is the depression without a reason. This is the depression without a reason. For example, eating a food, maybe, or playing a game can make you can will make your brain make a lot of adrenaline. And when you make a lot of adrenaline, the depression you live after this time will be a lot of depression, and you live a lot of depression, which is really dangerous. And also we have cortisol. Cortisol is when you make a brain make an adrenaline and you do that thing, you feel happy, and then when you finish that short time, if the reason that uh after the reason, like if you played a game like a football, soccer, let's say, if you played soccer, your brain will make adrenaline, you'll feel really happy. After this short time, what is the results? It's a bad thing or a good thing? You stayed healthy, you played with your friends, you are very happy, maybe you're a little bit tired, but it's not really a negative thing. So your brain will make cortisol, a cortisol hormone, which will kill and fight with the depression that you will live after adrenaline, and you will continue feel happy. Now let me talk about the depression without a reason deeply. In 1930s, by the invention of drugs, um, it drugs are really dangerous thing, as you know, and it makes the brain make adrenaline really in a really big, enormous uh, way and enormous, big, yeah. I mean, it makes the brain, by this drugs, when you drink it or when you take it, your brain will make a lot of adrenaline, which is really dangerous for you if the reason is not good, because if the reason is good, your brain will make cortisol, which is another thing. So by the invention of these drugs, people start to use them a lot, because they first take it, they started to be feel happy, and then they started to live a depression, and then their brain said to them, you should take another drug and drink and take another drugs. And then what happened, the person took a lot of adrenaline, so he will live a lot of depression. But not this is not the topic. Some people so that this is a perfect time, this is a perfect chance and opportunity to use these drugs to make money. But then they made a study about it, which I will talk about it a little bit, I'll talk about it not now. They made a study, and after this study they saw that this drugs, the adrenaline, makes the person feel really happy, and then like it makes the person do anything that he can do to take that thing. And because of this, they saw that this can this can make them a lot of money if they use it. And in 1950s, they saw that when the person sees something, the adrenaline, the brain will make a lot of adrenaline, which will help, which will make him look at the television and see movies. And if you look at the history of cinemas in this time, in 1950s, and in this time, the movies, the movies best time in the history, if you see. But anyway, after that, if you pay attention to to the history, the time when the television and the movie started to be colorful is around this years in 1950s. So they used this to take money. After that, they saw that colors plus sound makes more dopamine, which will help the person, makes adrenaline to feel to feel really perfect. Anyway, after that, this perfect time of television, of movies, ended by what? Yes, by the invention of video games. When they invented video games, it was the end of the best history of the movies, because you will it will be like you will live that game, and you will live that game. And as you know, now there are technologies that makes you live in the game or play in the game like you are a character in the game, which will make a super powerful adrenaline. The brain will make a super powerful adrenaline and a enormous adrenaline, which will be real dangerous for your health, because after that the depression you will live will be really dangerous for you. And by this event, by video games, we started to play a lot, and we started to be addicted to video games. If you if you don't play video games, so you'll feel depression, so your brain says to you that you should play video games, and then you play video games. And after that, when you try to leave playing, your brain will say to you continue, because if you don't, I cannot make adrenaline, so you'll feel depression, so you continue. And this means that you are addicted to video games. And I want you to make just a small thing to see that if you are really addicted to video games or not. One day, just in do what our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said before, did before he started to be a prophet. What he was, he went to the Hira mountain, and he stayed there for days, just with his clothes and his food. And you should do the same to see if you are addicted to video games or not. Just one day, enter a room, but nothing should be in the room, just your clothes, yourself, and a food you will eat, and see if it's impossible thing for you. Just to thinking it, is it impossible, or you can do it? If you can do it, so this means that you are not addicted to the phone or to the social media or to the video games. But if it is impossible for you to live in this room without anything, just without your with your food and your clothes, this means that you are really in danger, and you are addicted to video games. And really, as I think that you have seen some videos about the things that before 2020 our life was really happy. We read books, we paint, we do a lot of simple things right now that you think they are simple things, and we will be real happy when we do them. But now we feel that they are really boring things. And think that, as I said, to give you the example, in this um, room, without anything, without just with your clothes and your food, if someone give you a book to read, this will be something like give you the best thing in the world. If you do it, you will see. And this is a really perfect thing that will show you that book something makes you really happy, not video games, because video games make the brain make adrenaline. And when you read books, your brain will make adrenaline too. But the result is what? The result is that you got knowledge from the book. So because of that, the brain will make cortisol, and your brain, your the cortisol will fight all of the depression that you can live after finishing that book. And also, if you tried what I said, you will ask for other books, because you don't have anything to do, just reading that book. So you'll finish that book really in a really in just like no time, as you can understand. And by these events that made made our life terrible, we started to not enjoy the things that we normally love, like, as you can see, painting, reading books, playing outside with our friends, and maybe you lived it. When we eat food, the thing that we will concentrate and we will love it, we just look at the phone to make that moment better. But in the real, it won't be a really good moment to eat while you are looking at the phone. Before 2020, we were just eating, and we will be really happy when you take a food uh, and you eat it. But now we started to eat and to look at the phone, because we cannot enjoy just eating without a phone. And also, this affected our relationships, and we started to, like, to break our relationship with other people, which it is really bad. So now let me show you the study that I told you before about the adrenaline hormone. A study on an animal, mice, about drugs. They gave, as I said, when you take drugs, your brain will make a hormone which is adrenaline. So some scientists put the adrenaline to the mouse brain with something I don't really know what is it, but just I'm telling you. And like, they give the mouse adrenaline, and then and then they put an electric device, which it is when you click on a button there, uh, your brain will take adrenaline. So the mouse brain will take adrenaline if he if it clicks on the button. And really, they put it or in a box, and they started to watch it. And then the mouse started to walk around the box, and then it clicked on the button, and then the brain took adrenaline. And he thought, oh, it's really good feeling to have that much happiness. So he started to it started to click at it every time. And he and it just when they tried to give it food to eat, it didn't accept.